All right, Brooklyn, this is the first stage of getting on the horse. This is what I do with every green horse. They have to be able to handle my power walk up to them. If they can handle the power walk, then I'll go up to them and I'll do the ski moguls. You'll see what I'm talking about. Then when he can do that, he's got to be able to do the load of the dance and just stand there. If he can do that, I'm going to start hopping up on him. If he can handle all that, then I'm going to start shaking the saddle. I'm going to start getting ready to do my rocket all the way up to his butt. If he can stand there while I do that, then I'm going to go to my infamous, my Indian War Chief dance. If he can handle that, I'm going to my drunken stupor dance. All in that order. So let's go. Okay, so we're ready to get on him. I haven't really done anything with him. He's been saddled. We lunged him a little bit. He bucked a little bit when he went into the canter. But now I'm going to proceed to what I would go through. My green light, red light, getting on the horse. He's got to be all green lights when I get on him. So here's my power walk. I just do this. Can he handle my power walk? I'm going to have him come into me. I'm never ever going to tell them they have to stay there. So if they feel like they have to go off, let them move off. Try to reset it in the middle. You ever done a power walk like this? Power walk. Okay. That's the power walk. I want my hands up there. And I don't want him moving. I want him to start relaxing. Good boy. At first, if they move around, I'm ecstatic. They're going to work. So that was a good session. Now we're going to go to the moguls. Okay, the reason why we're going through all these steps, we're now going to go to the moguls, my skiing thing. 75 to 80% of all accidents happen when you're either getting on or getting off. The horses ain't used to having things go wrong. Your foot hits them, you make a movement with your arm, and then the horse moves. As you're putting your foot on, you get in trouble. So here's my moguls. If they can handle my power walk, I go to my moguls. I slightly pick up on the rein, and I do this. Before he moves off, I stop. He wanted to go. He didn't. I stopped before he took off. Pick up the rein, do my moguls. Like I'm going down the ski. This is really good for the butt, by the way. Okay. He's got the moguls down, no problem. I'm going to go to the next thing. Green light. Okay, so next thing we're going to do is my load of the dance. If he can handle the load of the dance, load it, we're going to the next step. All right, so he did the power walk. He did the moguls. Now we're going to do the lower of the dance. Hopefully, you're never going to have to get on your horse like this. But in case you want to do all these things, you'll be ready for it. My lord of the dance. I just lightly pick up on it, on the rein. I gotta let you see my lord of the dance feet work. Okay, that was Mikey, lord of the dance. If he would have moved or started to move, I would have stopped, praised him. Since he really only flinched a little bit, I stopped, rewarded him, let him know I did not want him to move. So I'm going to do the Lord of the Dance again. Now we're on to shaking the saddle. If he can handle that without moving, I'm ecstatic. That's where I start. I praise him. Shack it a little bit more. Get that stirrup going. But then I'll push it into him. If he can handle that, I'll back away, praise him. Do a little bit more aggressive. If he can handle that, I'm ecstatic. We're good. So now I'm just going to add to a little bit of the hopping, where I get my body halfway onto his saddle. If he can handle that, I'm going to keep going farther and farther. And before I actually swing my leg on, I will do my Lord of the Rockettes. Not the Lord of my Rockettes, but my Rockettes. So let's hop. Lightly pull his head in. If he can handle that, I stop. We'll build up a little bit higher. If he can handle that, I'm going to keep going. I'm actually going to jump into him. If he can handle that, I'm going to keep going. I'm going to keep praising him as I go. If at any time he would have moved right there, I would have turned his head and we would have went in a circle. And that's pretty much it. He's doing really good. We're ready for the Rockettes next. Okay, so now we're going to go to the Rockettes. He's done everything I've asked so far, right? I don't want to go up to this horse and be so ginger with him that the slightest little bit of movement, he runs off. So all these exercises, I'm desensitizing him to standing still. If he keeps trying to back up like that, ask him to come forward. So now I'm going to do my Rockette. Basically, I'm just going to hold my hand here in case he wants to do something. I can pull his head this way and I push his butt that way. Ask him to step up. My Rockette. If he would have moved on the first time, I would have stopped. Got him rearranged, and I would have kept going. Now, he's handling that pretty good. I'm just going to get a little sloppy with it. You never know, when you swing that leg around, you might accidentally hit him. And that's pretty much the Rockette. I'm ready for the saddle. Alright, the last thing I do right before I get on, if I do all those other things, is I just see if they can handle my Indian war chief dance, right? If I had the little cymbals, I'd be ho yeah hey yeah ho yeah hey yeah hey ho yeah hey yeah 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 hey yeah. There he started to go off. He actually stopped before I actually grabbed up on the rein. I was just going to have him move into a circle, but he stopped on his own. Bingo, booyah, yay. So he gets a big attaboy. Normally I wear my whole headdress that goes all the way down with my cow bones, you know, all the way down. It looks a little more for my Indian war chief dance. Oh yeah, hey yeah, oh yeah, hey yeah, oh yeah, oh yeah, hey yeah, oh yeah, hey yeah. He wants to move. Oh yeah, oh yeah, hey yeah, hey yeah, oh yeah, hey yeah, hey yeah, hey yeah, oh yeah, oh yeah, hey yeah, hey yeah, oh yeah, yeah, yeah. Pretty good. Oh yeah, hey yo, oh yeah, hey yeah, oh 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 yeah, yeah, oh yeah. We're on the last one. At this point in stage, he's seen a lot. You know, this could go on for a couple hours, but the last thing I like to really do is just to see if he can handle what I call the drunken stupor. You never know, one day you might have a little too much to drink and you might decide to go out riding on your little pony. So he's got to be able to handle it. So, I like to pretend like I've had way too much to drink, and I'll come staggering like this and say, let's go for a ride, Stallone. You stand there. All the horses are doing it. Hold on. Just a little bit more. Here we go. Go. Da, 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 da. Da. Stand. Oh, I'm thirsty. Here we go. We're gonna do it. Stand it. That's pretty good. And we're done. Okay, we're ready to get on. This was just one side we've done. You really need to do both sides before I feel comfortable getting on. Saying that, all those exercises that we did was to teach him to stand there. If he couldn't handle some of the things I was asking him, I wasn't forcing him to stay there. Let him move. Move him in a circle, bring him back, set it up. Once he relaxes from moving all that down, always praise him, all right? Because chances are you're never ever gonna have major obstacles to go through like we did here today, accidentally hitting him here, hitting him in the flanks, smacking him upside the head, right? Or jerking on him, spilling your beer on him. At least we hope not. But if they can handle all that, it just puts it, and when I get on, this is my first trail ride. I take my foot out and I get off. And that's his first trail ride. Bingo. So I'm just getting everything ready like I normally would. I don't sneak around them. If I have to bring my pants up like this, I do it, right? Get it all out of the way, all right? This is my power walk, right? This is my Lord of the Dance I'm doing, right? It's all these things that I've incorporated. I want him to stand perfectly still. If he starts to move, stomping out a little bit of fly, I'll just turn him into a circle. Make the right thing easy, the wrong thing hard. So there he stopped. Move around a little bit. That's his second trail ride. That's it. Third trail ride. I always turn their head. That's my safety. When I know we've talked about it 100 times. If the horse ever decides to move, he's going to go into a circle. Too many times I see people getting on just like this, and they get on. Sometimes they don't even hold. Sometimes they do, and the horse moves off. So I'm on, get myself moving around. I always have them slightly turned. In case something happens, I spin them into a circle. All right, here's where I will flex them. Beautiful. 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 When I do this flexing from side to side, their head I don't like to see come up. Right? From now right to left, it moved up. Eventually when we do that, it won't come up at all. So there's my third trail ride. Fourth is coming up. Ready? All right, this is the fourth trail ride. I'm all set up. So now I did the lateral flexion last time. That will what we'll do the rest of his life. The more laterals we do, verticals will start to come a little easier. Verticals will come so much easier. he's already light in my hands. Right? Look how soft he's doing that. Once he can handle that, I can start asking him to back up, just like what we did. I can start working on his diagonals. That way. That was just a couple of steps. We can work the diagonals that way. Couple of steps. Softening. And there we go. We're on the 4th one, going on our 5th one. I'll probably send that tomorrow.